Hello everyone. In the next class we are going to do strings. So let us just discuss something about strings. Um, okay, what do we mean by a string? String means a collection of characters like ABCDE, characters like Chandigarh or character like Atul. What is the common thing that you see in all of these is both of all of these are actually enclosed in double quotes. Okay, so double quotes actually mean string. That means I can write Atul with uh, characters, with numbers, with anything, but as long as it is in double quotes, everything is fine. So that means what kind of characters can we put in double quotes? We can put anything, alphabets, numbers, special digits, anything. Okay, to use strings, we use the string class. That means we create an inbuilt class called string, and the string class is available in java.lang package. You know that java.lang package is automatically imported in in our own classes, so we don't need to import them. How to create string objects? We can create string objects using two kinds of statements. Uh, One is the normal object-oriented style that we use normally, that is string and object name is equal to new string. That means we are using a constructor called string and we are passing Chandigarh to it. Or we can simply write string s is equal to Chandigarh. What is the difference between the two is not in your syllabus, but we might discuss it if we have time. Next, there is a list of around 19 methods that you need to do with strings. Yes, it is going to take some time in doing all these, uh, but you will see that once we start doing them again and again, you will remember them. That is not a problem. And many of these are not used much. At least six, seven, eight of them are used quite often. The others are not used at all. But we need to learn all of them. Now, we would need to perform operations on strings and we need methods for this. So string class or has these methods inbuilt, so that means we just need to use them. That's all. Okay, let's see what do we need to do with strings. This is what we'll do today, and how are we going to use them? We'll do it in the class on Tuesday. Um, guys, I would want you to remember the names and the return type and the arguments and what each of these methods do when you come for the class. There are 19 of them. You will get stuck in one of them. Yes, I know. Okay. What do we need to do? So I might need to find the length of a string. So we have Chandigarh, and I want to know how many characters are there in Chandigarh. So how do I do? I use the function called length function. How to use these functions? We'll do it in the class. Uh, but please remember the name of the function is length and there is no arguments. We don't pass it any arguments and it is actually returning int type. So these are the things that you need to remember now for the when before coming for the class. I might need to remove spaces from the beginning and end of a string. For example, if I have a string containing some spaces in the beginning and some characters and some spaces at the end, I want to remove the spaces from the beginning of and the end, and it should contain only ABCDE. This is what I need trim function for. The trim function basically does not take any argument and it returns the trimmed string. Convert a string to uppercase letters. I might want to convert a string, say now Chandigarh again, into capital letters. That means I want everything into capital letters. So how do I do that? I use the toUpperCase function. No argument passed, and it returns the converted string. The next is convert a string to lowercase. For example, if I have a function, a string called Chandigarh, and I want to convert this whole thing into small letters, I can do it. Extract a character from a string by specifying the position. I have a string called Chandigarh and I want Chandigarh and I want the character on position, say position 9. Position 9, actually, we start the positioning of strings from position number 0. So position 9 actually contains an H. I put this in single quotes. Now you'll have to figure out why did I put a single quote here. Um, Find the position of a character in a string. Position of a character. I know the character. I want to find where this position. What is the position of that character? For example, I have Chandigarh, and in this, I want to find out what is the position of, say, D character, and D character is on position 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is on position number 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Find the last position of a character in a string. Again, I'll take Chandigarh as this string. I want to find out where A is existing. A character is existing in the last position. So last position is 4, 5, 6, 7. It is on position number 7. Please go through these things. I'm not telling you how they are being done, but I'm just telling you a little about all these. To join two strings, for example, if I have a string called ABC, and I have another string called XYZ, and I want to combine them into ABCXYZ. So how do I combine them? By using concat function. Next is equals. I want to find whether a string containing ABC and another string containing ABC are exactly the same. I know that these are same, so this will actually return a true. Next is compare to. Compare to is basically used to compare strings for inequality now. So I want to find whether um, ABC comes in the dictionary first or XYZ comes in the dictionary first. I know that ABC comes first. Alright, we'll do the detail later on. This is basically doing number 9 and 10, uh, but ignoring the cases. So when we compare, it ignores the case. For example, if I say ABC in small letters and another string called ABC in one A is in capital letters, this will return a true if I ignore the case. They are equal. Yes, both of them are containing ABC. Replace one character with another character. For example, if I have Chandigarh and I say I want to replace A with O, what is going to happen is it is going to result in a string called Chandigarh. Chandigarh looks like Chandigarh in Bengali. Okay, now extract a string from another string. For example, if I have a string called Chandigarh again, and I want to extract GERD from here, say I want to extract hand from here, okay, I want to extract hand from here. So I will specify the positions 1, comma 5. Now you figure out why 1, comma 5. Okay, and if I want to, if I want the GERD from Chandigarh, if I want the string GERD, I will specify a single character 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll just specify 6 and it will give me GERD. Starts with, ends with. I want to find out whether a string containing Anil Kumar is actually starting with Anil, the result is a true. Okay, ends with actually if I have Anoop Sharma, I want to find out whether it is ending with Sharma. I know that it is true. True. Find whether a string exists in another string. I want to find out whether whether Chandigarh contains a string dig. I know that this is true. So how will I find whether a string exists in another string? I will use a function called contains. And lastly is if I want to convert, if I want to uh, convert any numeric type into a string, so I have 12 as a number, I want to convert it into 12 as a string, so I can use value of. So the functions are length and trim, to uppercase, to lowercase, charAt, index of, last index of, concat, equals, compare to, equals ignore case, compare to ignore case, replace, substring are overloaded, substring with two ints and substring with a single int, then starts with, ends with, contains, value of. Now, all these, most of these methods are very, very, very simplistic, so that's not a big deal. How we are going to use them? Yes, we will do it in the class. In fact, not in just one class. This will take a number of classes because there will be a number of questions in your board exams actually with strings, using strings. So you will need to do this thoroughly. So this is one major topic that we need to do. While we are at this, you need to remember all the character class methods. I think there were 8 of them. Okay, so character class methods, which ma'am Shipra ma'am had done with you. So you need to remember them. Okay. So 19 plus 8 is 27. So there are 27. There are 40 students in my class. I think I'll give one method to each one of you. So guys, I think that's all for today. For Tuesday, please go through this video. Remember all the methods that I have told you about. Remember all the methods that of the character class that we have actually done. And that's it. Rest we will do in class. Thank you and have a nice day.